Yo, how, bruh? How?
Did you modify?
I need to get me one of these joints, man. You just like put me on to something. You just like put me on. This is gold right here, bro. I gotta. Not for real. Y'all need to get one of those, for real. Y'all missing out. I need to get one. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I don't forget. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I miss my personality on YouTube. It's like it's coming back out of me. You know what I'm saying? I miss that. You know what? It is. Yeah, it seemed like everybody chopping it up right now, but then they gonna start talking right there. Oh yeah. Excuse me.
I am Sydney Sabrina's advocate, guardian, and parent. My daughters are 27 and they're living on the autism spectrum, and I am here to talk about it. Hello everyone, I am Sister Coates, better known as Cece to most. I have a son who is 4 years old. His name is Maze, and I am his advocate.
Hi everyone, my name is Sharona Ford, and I have an organization called Blues Brothers, which I started about 4 years ago because I have twins, 7 Cyrus, that are autistic and nonverbal. I also wrote a book that is available on Amazon, Blues Brothers Journey Through Autism. I have a mobile therapeutic center, and I'm building a center over in Lanham, which should open up in May. Me and Sybil also have a podcast. It's called Parenting on Autism with Mocktails and Cocktails.
Good evening. My name is Julian Johnson. I'm a single dad to a son that has autism. He's 10 years old. His name is Jaden. Most know him as J-Bo.
Yes.
I'm representing the ladies up north in Michigan. One is Cherie Long. She has an organization called Heart of the City. She has a child that has a disability, and Shatora Carter, which is Grateful Heart, and she has a son with a Down syndrome. He also has a juicing company. It's pretty amazing, but just wanted to make sure I give them that shout out.
So before we get started, I just wanted to recognize someone in this room that is very special to me. She has always been there from day one, always had my back, my Sybil. She put the cocktail in the mocktail cocktail. She has a tumbler, but Sybil is the autism whisperer. Like, she restored hope in me when I was lost. Like, this lady right here is amazing. I can call her 2 o'clock in the morning. I can call her for anything, and she is just there. This lady right here holds me together. She is my missing piece. So I just want to say thank you. Every time we have an idea, she throws everything together. We came up with the podcast on Friday. She had the mics on Saturday.
I know that's right.
Like, she's always ready. She puts her boots on, and like IEP meetings, whatever's going on, autism, this woman right here does that. So I just want to say thank you so much for always being there, always supporting, always putting everything together, making sure everything works. You are the bomb.
I love it. You are too.
So, I was put in the middle because my daughter, Evan, and this woman said, you have to be in the middle because you have the most experience. So back in 2000, my daughters are 27, they were born 1996. I'm here to show you what it looks like, the adult living on the spectrum and nonverbal, with a job, with a center. And my aspirations today is to make sure that everybody knows that we can pull together and make it more than just a month, like Paul said. Every day we live the autism walk. And the walk is like no other. And I am just so blessed that we are here talking about it, because autism has been around for years. And our community just put them in a corner in the back and said, oh, they're back there, that's Uncle so-and-so or that's Aunt so-and-so. But now we have a presence, and we want our individuals to thrive and be a part of our community. Nonverbal, verbal, high functioning, low functioning. So tonight we're going to just discuss what it takes to make our individuals, our loved ones, a part of society.
I am here to basically talk about what it looks like to have your child. My child is 4, so I have the youngest child on the panel. And what autism looked like for me, knowing when he was young, at 14 months, I knew that my son was autistic. I knew when the doctors told me, no, he's not, yes, he is. And I'm here to tell you what it is to advocate and fight for a child starting now, because the wait lists are long, trying to get them in the correct schooling, trying to find the correct advocacy, trying to find the correct support group. I am happy, hey ladies, to have a group of Black autism moms who get together, who share their ideas, who share not only what they're going through, they vent, we come together, we pray together, and we unite all in the name of autism. A lot of them are single moms, some of them are going through, and so I'm here to share what it looks like to have a child who's 4 years old. He's not non-verbal, he's non-speaking. Because my son, he can communicate with me. You may not understand him, but he's verbal to me. So he's non-speaking, not non-verbal.
So I just wanted to add to that and just say, I found out when my sons were 2, Seth and Cyrus was actually misdiagnosed. They told me that my sons were deaf. My kids were attending Gallaudet for services until one day I saw my son dancing to music, and then I knew that he could hear. So we had to get him retested, and both of them retested, and that's when we found out they were autistic. And just being a mom, just learning, I was devastated. I didn't know what autism was. I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't know, I felt embarrassed. I felt all types of things. I felt lonely. I cried a lot. And so I know what it's like to be scared. And so the purpose of this is to let other caregivers and parents that are just learning of your child's diagnosis know that there is people that can support you. That's what this support group is for.
Just to piggyback on a few things that were said, my son didn't get diagnosed until he was 5. So for a long period of time, he would pull, point, which I know now is stem. He would stem by his eyes. And I just knew something was different, but it was kind of hard because I wasn't in the same household. He was staying with his mother who, didn't have the same interest that I had in finding out what was going on. So until I got full custody of my son, I was able to start the process of getting him properly diagnosed and start to look for services and support, which I still don't know everything because I'm a single dad, you know what I'm saying, with an autistic son. So some of my biggest fears are, how is he going to survive independently?
Yes.
Will he ever survive independently?
He will. He will.
So I'm a little overprotective about my son. I mean, a lot of people in here probably follow me on social media and see me spend a whole lot of time with my son. And through me sharing my experience with him day to day, I've got help. I've learned about support systems and things of that nature. So I was never really embarrassed.
No.
I was confused.
Absolutely.
And I worried.
We all are.
Question is a statement in the question. Her name is Shatora Carter. I have a child that has Down syndrome. He is 16 years old, and I have always mainstreamed him. I struggled to accept it in the beginning, but God gave us our children for a reason. I am my son's mentor, advocate, and biggest cheerleader. My son is the reason why I founded Grateful Love Foundation. What was the biggest obstacle you have overcome?
I knew that my son was autistic. When I got his diagnosis, they told me 3 times he wasn't. I told them 3 times that he was.
So that was your biggest challenge?
That was my biggest challenge, was to get him diagnosed. When you see things that they don't, and you know your baby, you have to advocate and fight, because somebody's gonna tell you no. They're gonna tell you no a couple of times, right? They told me no, I told them yes. Okay? So if it was not for me being a mama beast, because I'm not a mama bear, okay? I'm a mama beast. When you see me coming, it's a problem. Especially when it comes to them. When it comes to Maze, they see me coming, they know. That's Maze's mother. Okay?
So my biggest challenge was Seth and Cyrus were runners. So I have 2. So as I'm getting out the car, one wants to run this way, one wants to run that way. I have to grab one, I gotta grab the other. So one time at school, they had left the school, and we didn't find them till 7 o'clock at night. Brown Elementary, right here, around the corner. Lost my babies. Didn't get them back till 7 o'clock at night. So my biggest thing overcoming this autism journey has been my children being considered runners. Runners is when the door opens and they take off. And because I have 2, it was even more difficult. It was almost impossible sometimes for me to go anywhere by myself, because that's just what they did. They climb gates, they jump in the pools, they get out their window, they get on the roof. I mean, they're all over the place. But, you know, that's when they were like 6 and 7. Now that they're 11, they stopped doing that. They're more aware of their surroundings. As they got older, they learned not to run. But my biggest thing was they were considered runners.
So I just want to add, Seth and Cyrus are like Sydney and Sabrina. And it's crazy because Sydney and Sabrina were runners too. So, like, as twin moms, it's amazing how God put us together. Every time she tells a story, I sit there and I'm like, the girls used to run, and they called it back then eloping.
Yeah.
Okay.
They elope, and it's on their IEP that Sydney and Sabrina will elope. And when Sydney moved to the house, she eloped to our neighbor's house. And thank God our neighbors, like they just took them in. And the woman would text me and say, Sydney's at the kitchen table, and does she drink coffee or does she drink tea? And I'm like, why is she at your house?
Right.
So Seth and Cyrus are like, I call them my grandsons. Totally identify with every story that Sharona says, because that was Sydney and Sabrina. I'm sorry to interrupt.
I just want to add one thing to that. So the doctors told me for them eloping so much to put weights on their ankles.
Are you on my feet?
But I tried it.
Okay.
Because I want to, whatever I got to do.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
went and bought 2-pound weights and we put it on their ankles. And it just made them stronger.
Oh my goodness!
They took off. And it just made them stronger and faster.
Right.
Yeah.
So Shatora Carter has asked, what has God taught you through your child with autism?
I'll answer that. I just, the other day, I saw a post and they asked a question about autism. And I saw a parent comment, I grieved for the parenting, I can't remember exactly what the question was, but it was, how did you feel when you found out your child had autism? A parent said, I grieved for the parenting experience I thought I would have. So I asked my group of autism moms, did they ever feel that? And a lot of them said yes, to my surprise. And for me, grieve was a strong word. Grieve means the final act of love to me, right? To grieve is meaning that that's the final act of love. It's over. I never grieved for my son. When they told me, okay, this is his diagnosis, okay. They asked me, because his dad walked out the room, they said, how's his dad going to feel? He's fine. We're about to go eat. My son's going to be amazing. His name is Max. Okay? My son is going to be amazing. Okay? I said, you didn't give us a stage 4 cancer, brain cancer diagnosis? He has autism.
research it, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make sure he has an amazing life.
So did that strengthen your relationship?
It did.
Okay.
It did. It strengthened me. I was already strong. I have a son who has a heart defect. And when he was 4 months, he was placed on life support. He told me he wasn't going to live. He was 18, about to graduate, and he's had 2 open heart surgeries. He's about to go to prom, age 11, and he is a walking testimony.
Yes.
He was the first child on ECMO.
All right.
Children's Hospital.
Yeah, that's good.
And so I fought through that. Baby, this autism was
Take it like this. I know that's right.
If I didn't know how to do
that's
nothing
right.
else, I knew how to pray and how to pray.
Come on now.
So that's what I did.
That's
I
right.
went on home. I prayed about it. God said he's gonna be fine. I said he was gonna be fine.
About to
and
jump.
that's the answer.
I'm about to jump.
For me, it was God has taught me how to turn pain into purpose. So I'm here to provide resources and services to children just like mine.
That's good. That's good.
For me, it was the definition of unconditional love.
Absolutely.
You know, like I said, it just brought me closer to God and my son.
Come on now.
You know, I loved him from before I knew. You know, so when I got the diagnosis, like I said, I wasn't surprised, I wasn't hurt. I think God just made me stronger. Let me know, like, strap your boots up, you know. So, yeah.
My two baby, I know y'all can hear me. They both on the spectrum. They've been diagnosed since 2019. I have not gotten respiratory care. How do I get it?
I'll make sure you get it.
Please. You know I need it.
You're in DC or Maryland?
Huh?
You're in DC or Maryland?
DC.
Okay. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
All the conversations.
Y'all hear it. Y'all know I need it.
You're gonna use it for tonight.
Right. Definitely need it for tonight.
Thank you so much. Okay, then we're gonna take this last one and we're gonna go on break.
Good evening. I just want to know if you guys need any resources for someone with autism in their 20s, early 20s, and as a good friend of mine. You know.
GDA adults living on the spectrum. So we'll definitely share all of that. We'll make that for sure. Yes. There's so many adult services that we don't tap into. So the DDA government, federal funding is there for our community. Yes.
Thank you.
For the adults.
If you're a parent with a child with autism awareness is every day. It's not a 1 month situation, because anytime you have your child and he interacts with anyone, whether it be out in the public, you're speaking, someone may speak to him, I have to make them aware that my child is on the spectrum. If he plays with kids, you know, I have to find the older kid in the bunch, ask him, is he aware of autism, to let him know that my son might play a little different or respond different. So every day is Autism Awareness Day when you're a parent of a child with autism.
Every season, every year, every month.
So, again, my name is Sharona, the owner of Blues Brothers Therapeutic Play Center. And just know that this is the first of many that we will have. We'll try to do one like once a month to help keep spreading awareness and share resources and services. So, yeah, there'll be more.
And I'm Sabrina Sisson Foundation, and I am the advocate for adults living on the spectrum and really focusing in on advocacy for our individuals over 21 living on the autism spectrum from A to Z, high functioning to severe.
And I'm Cicely Coates, better known as Cece Tamos, and I am the founder of the Amazing Maze Foundation. And this foundation is autism support, autism advocacy, whatever you need that relates to autism, that's what I do. And any questions, anything that you need, anything that you, as far as biomedicine or any other things holistically you may need, I am the person that can assist you with that as well.
And last but not least, I'm Sybil and she's Rona, and we are Parenting on Autism 2.0. And we have our podcast, and it is Thriving and Striving. So please download the podcast. We are almost over 10K. So yes, and we will drop this interview and this experience on our podcast. So we look forward to working and being a part of this community and being in this place, which is a safe place. I love all of the background because that represents what we go through on a daily basis. There is never a perfect scenario when it comes to our community. So I know that we wanted to like the background to be really quiet, but it reminds me of what it's like when I'm at home with Cindy and Sabrina, and of course it's quiet until I get on the phone and then they want to talk. So I never wanted to shush them because they're nonverbal. So thank you guys for participating in the back and in the front.
All right, let's give a round of applause for all of our panelists. They did an amazing job, and we look forward to the next one. All right, have a good night.
Yeah. Hey, somebody got.
Take a picture of all of y'all.
Okay, so this is something right here.
Back then. You know they both on the spectrum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this my son, my daughter back then.
Wow. You gotta show them something right here. Right now? Oh yeah, so we wait for the lady to come in. And hey man, I wanna say you said a lot of good gems, man. Like that's what's up. Like
I'm just, speaking from the heart, man. I don't normally speak at these events. My first time really speaking at an autism event, but like being a man going through it, by myself, like as far as a single father, that's like kind of rare. So
and like it hits home because I'm autistic as well. So hearing all these stories, it makes me think about all my hardships and all that. Okay. And what I had to go through and all that. Like I've always tried my best to keep this mentality of what don't break you makes you. Yeah. And so you'll be way better off like that.
Yeah, man. I would have never known, man. But it's a pleasure meeting you, man. And I just pray and hope one day that my son can be. He just gave me some inspiration, telling me that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, hey, I'm all for that, man. Like for real.
I appreciate you, bro.
For sure, man. Well, you said what about my haircut?
That line up good, man.
Hey, babe, it's thanks to him.
Okay.
Thanks to him.
You got a hell of a bob.
You already in the video. You gotta do this. What you always do.
They pick them up.
Oh, sure. Well, this is a successful event, you know what I'm saying? Like, I took a lot from all that was said, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you feel about this?
It was a positive event.
Yeah.
A lot of good people came out. A lot of the moms told their stories. Overall, it was an impactful event.
Yeah, it was yeah, it was all motivation. I ain't gonna lie, like
SAT word.
Yeah, man, but like this is really like for those that's watching this. If you somebody that's autistic or you know somebody that's autistic, this, you know what I'm saying? You should share this with somebody that's autistic, because like this is really like positive, and it'll put you like in a better mindset, like of what's there right now. Like all these good stories, like for real, like I'm really glad I came here, for real. Like, hey man, we sipping on April juice. April juice right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, you can't wait for the toast? Oh, wait, but he already ended up drinking his. Yeah. So I guess we can both just do a toast right now, then, hey. Yeah. April juice. You said how I've been? Yeah. I've been living in the journey. I know that's right. Oh, yeah. But I see you've been doing your thing on Instagram, though. Oh, yeah.
I've been chilling. I ain't really been on Instagram this year.
Yes. Let them know what your Instagram is.
Hey, I am Reece, that's REECE_E.
If you made it this far, appreciate you making this far. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with anybody who y'all know is autistic. Or if you're somebody who's autistic, share this with somebody who you know is autistic. Catch you on the next video.